Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to another film review on Coach Cove's Be Well Breakdowns. I, as always, am Coach Cove. If you haven't been on the channel before, the way it works is we take a look at the final moments from three close college basketball games earlier in the week. We just take a look at the film, break it down, see how guys are getting their buckets, see what teams are playing well. Coming into this one, Virginia was actually favored by 5.5. Duke was plus 225 to win it, and the over/under was 127. This one's going to go into overtime later on. We're not going to take a look at the overtime portion of the game because it got a little bit uncompetitive. But the last 3 minutes of regulation are really good stuff. So Virginia has won 10 and 12 coming in. They lost to Pitt and Virginia Tech on the road. Meanwhile, Duke took a massive loss to Miami just prior to this one. They lost 81 to 59 on the road. On this first possession, we get Armaan Franklin getting the ball up top, and he ends up setting a down screen here for Kihei Clark. Or I'm sorry, that's Beekman coming up. But Franklin ends up just slipping the screen. We'll see Grandison and Proctor, number 13 and number 5 in blue. They're going to call a late switch. Here's Grandison making that call right now. But like I said, it's pretty late, and Proctor just gets beat. He isn't able to switch quick enough, and that's what frees up Franklin right here. Good dump pass, good quick look inside, and Franklin gets the follow to go. 3 minutes to play. This is really good Virginia defense. They send a lot of guys at the ball. Switch here in a second. There's a switch. And we just keep good ball pressure. That's a hard hedge. It makes Proctor put the ball on the ground right there. This hard hedge allows Kihei Clark, number 0, to get back. Hard hedge there from Vanderplas, number 5. Allows Clark to get back in front of Proctor. Force another pass. Shot clock's down to 9 already. We try and go inside to Young, but it's fronted. It's good ball pressure, make that a difficult pass. And we force a tough look. Duke can't get it to go. Virginia with a strong defensive rebound, and they take control of this one here. Definitely up 3, a chance to go up by 2 possessions. We get the first action, the ball screen here for Clark, Vanderplas, and they get the switch. Now we got Mark Mitchell guarding the smaller defender, and Kihei Clark. And he just uses a quick little change of pace hesitation to try and go around Mitchell. It's a really good move, and he gets him beat, puts him on his hip. But Mitchell's longer, and Clark knows that down low. So he goes with a pump fake, and Mitchell recovers, staying back in front. So we kick it out. Beekman's got it now, number 2. He tries to go by Proctor. Vanderplas good use of the pump fake on the closing Ryan Young. That's a far closeout from beyond the free throw line all the way up to past the 3-point line. So Vanderplas uses the pump fake, gets his man in the air. He's getting ready to dribble drive right. There's no one in help at this point. Mitchell would need to sag a whole lot, and then we got the corner look that would be open. So Vanderplas is going to go right in the lane. Passes out of it rather quickly. Definitely has no one in front of him, unless he's thinking Proctor is going to make a stop. So he goes to Beekman pretty quickly. This is a deep closeout again from the free throw line to past the 3-point arc. Beekman dribble drives left, but Proctor does a good job of using his feet. Stays in front of Beekman most of the time. Straight up, good defense. That's a strong rebound there from Ryan Young as well. So Virginia blows a chance to go up to that 2 possessions. Duke, Mark Mitchell is a 3 in transition, and that one doesn't go either. So Mitchell's missed 3, squanders a chance for Duke to cut the lead down to 1 or even tie the game. This time, Kihei Clark is coming off the fake ball screen here. He goes away from it, and it's just Grandison getting beat out here on the corner. Good job by Franklin just to be quicker and use the backdoor cut to get an easy look at 2 points. He hangs in the air. He absorbs the contact, too, from Ryan Young. Goes up strong and finishes the play. So great shot there. Great awareness there from Franklin. A great use of the bounce pass, too, by Kihei Clark right here. I mean, that's backhanded through about 6 different guys. Great use of the bounce pass. And it's not even like the help was late. The help was there. It's just a good job by Franklin to go up strong. Go off 2 feet. Roach comes down, just goes coast to coast, floats one in, hangs in the air just similar to Clark did on the other end. But he gets it to go, so quick one there for Duke, needed it. So Virginia's going to have the ball again, up by 3 points with 90 seconds to play. Duke shows out. They come out in zone for this possession, which I really do like. It gives Virginia a different look that they haven't seen for most of put Duke in a zone late. They've also checked in Derek. I forget his last name. He's their best shooter, number 0, Whitehead. Derek Whitehead down here. He's shooting over 40% for Duke. And Virginia does a decent job of moving the zone and passing the ball around and looking inside to try and beat the zone. During the zone, if you're playing against the zone, you want to go in to go low. So you want to flash guys to this free throw line and then dump down right on the block. The vulnerable places on the court in any zone is in the middle here, right by the foul line, and on the short corners. So those are going to be the free options for Virginia. And they do a good job of moving the ball around, but there's only 7 seconds left on the clock now, and they just don't dribble drive once. They just pass it around and keep the zone moving, but they can't get a decent look because they don't use the dribble drive and beat the defender off the line one time on the whole possession. So Duke keeps possession on the jump ball. And this Duke team, with these 5 guys on the court, they can do this all day. Because you gotta stay close to Whitehead down here. So Franklin knows he can't really help off, and that allows Roach, who's a veteran guard for Duke at this point, to just get right in the lane. It gives him options. Virginia's beat at this point. They got a guy behind the ball. They're working on getting 2 guys behind the ball because Roach just got him on his hip. So Filipowski's crashing. So we got 1 guy guarding 2 guys on the perimeter. And like I said, Duke can do this all day. They just kick it out and swing it, and Grandison's in the corner to drill a 3. So they tie the game. Just down 5 a second ago. You get Roach a coast-to-coast layup, float it in. You get a stop there at the zone on the other end, and then you get a 3 to tie it up. So I love college basketball because literally there's 41 seconds a game, and it doesn't matter anything that happened the previous 39 minutes of the game. The game literally starts right now. So Duke stays in the zone, and again, Virginia just has a tough time coping with it. There's a lot of passing, the zone is moving around, but yeah, they're looking inside. They just don't use the dribble drive. They don't beat anyone off the line, and we can't get a good look. So Duke gets the rebound, and now they get a chance to win it. Virginia's got a couple fouls to give. They're going to foul here. Roach puts him on his hip, and Beekman fouls. So we got 13 on the clock. Duke's going to have a look here either for Roach or Filipowski or even Whitehead down here, who, like I said, is shooting over 40% from the three-point line. They go to him, and it gets tipped out of bounds. The ref changes his call, so it's going to be Duke basketball with 8 tenths to go. So they put 1.2 on the clock, and Duke can win it here with a bucket. The play is for Filipowski, and he goes right to the rack. Bounce pass goes underneath the jumping defender. Proctor puts it right on Filipowski's hip in motion. Filipowski goes off 1 foot. He's got no one in front of him. He's going right to the rim. It looks like he's got enough time to get it off. He gets met by a lot smaller of a defender. There's a lot of contact down here, and we get a foul call. So it should be Duke going to the line. Okay, so they don't show it, but they end up calling this as... They end up ruling off the foul and saying that it came after the clock. They end up ruling that the foul came after the buzzer went off, so they go to overtime. And I was watching this live, and they showed the angles on the replay, and for one, it was a foul, unquestionably. It was called a foul on the court. And for another, while I was watching it in slow-mo, the foul occurred before the clock went off. So they really butchered this game here at the end by not making that call and ruling it off. And like I said, Virginia ends up winning by 7 in overtime. So really tough one there for Duke to lose in such a crappy fashion. All right, so the next game we got to take a look at is this Big 12 matchup between number 6 Texas and unranked Texas Tech. Texas Tech had a losing streak of 8 games earlier in the season, but they've since won 4 of 6. This is a hot team in the Big 12 right now. They got a lot of games left. There's a good chunk of their season that they still have time to turn their season around and make it to the I could see them going as far as the Sweet 16 as well. This is a really good team. They play insane defense. And I actually want to start this film review with a little highlight from the first half. Texas Tech just plays incredible defense, and they kept this up the whole game, and which is the reason why they were in the game at the end. They throw guys at the ball. They switch a lot. They have long guys on the perimeter that can play against anyone. They can post up in the block. They can make plays like that. That's Davion Harmon right there, number 23. Texas Tech plays great defense. They keep ball pressure. They keep guys in the face of the guy with the ball to make difficult passes even more difficult. They don't allow anything easy near the rim. Like I said, on this inbound, you'll see Fardaws Amak right here, number 11, come out. He switches. We're fronting the post down here. We're switching. I love this defense from Texas Tech. They're in great position here. Look, so we threw a guy at the ball here. That just means that the next guy's got to step up and make a play and get there. And that's exactly what happens. Look, so we're a little bit out of position here for Texas Tech. This guy's stepping up. That just means that Amak's got to get here and put a hand up. Yep, he's got a hand up. That's all you can ask for. We're contesting the shot. We got a guy, Harmon's underneath, fighting for position. We're crashing the boards. We got 4 guys, and we come away with a tough rebound. We get a foul call in Texas. So I just wanted to show that clip in the beginning of the game because that's how Texas Tech plays defense. They're intense on defense, and that's why I expect to see them there at the end. So I love watching them play. They do a lot of pick and pop action. That seems to be their go-to offense with Amak and Harmon right here. So we'll see sort of a double ball screen look, but it ends up being a pick and pop action. Amak comes back out. But on these first 2 possessions, you see the importance of running the midline. So it's kind of a broken play at this point. We're just getting a dribble drive action, something going to the rim. But Amak is going to come right down the midline and put himself in a good spot to get a chance at the board. And he gets a tip in because of it, because he crashes right down the midline here. This is a similar pick and pop situation. Disu, number 1 on white, he comes right down the midline, the same way Amak just did. Here comes a screen. Disu pops up. Cart elevates and shoots it. But right down the middle of the court, Disu puts himself in a great spot to get the rebound. And he does. It just gets blocked by Elijah Fisher on the defensive end, making that play for Texas Tech. So here comes another pick and pop. This time we swing it to Amak, and he's patient with the rock right here on the wing. He's definitely got a man open in the corner, but he stays patient and lets Disu come all the way across the lane to free up the look that he wants his dribble drive. He knows that he's got a smaller defender on him, and if he just gives this ball fake, he can get a clear path to the lane. Look, there's no one in front of him. He's going with that dribble drive. And it turns into help, and it turns into a lob for O'Banner. And that's a big swing of momentum there for Texas Tech late. See that one more time. It's just let him clear with that ball fake, and now you got him beat. The help needs to come, and it's just one big play after another. Big 12 basketball is really just on another level, in my opinion. So Texas has checked Brock Cunningham into the game, number 30. Texas Tech has checked in Tyson right here, Jaden Tyson. So it's a double ball screen look from Marcus Carr, and we get a dribble drive. He puts an AMAC on his hip and gets past him. Gets pretty deep into the lane. Leaves his feet to pass, which isn't always the best idea, but we do have a look out here on the wing, so it's a quick little swing, and then Cunningham, fresh off the bench, is going to put up a brick. Doesn't go for Texas. Texas Tech gets the rebound. They call the jump ball, and they keep possession. And the announcers mention it, but they really need to do away with the jump ball in college, the possession arrow. They need to just start jumping it up, because there's guys on the court that, if you're playing with a possession arrow, you should know which way the possession arrow goes. It's a big part of the game. In any given situation, especially a late situation, you should know which way it goes. And a lot of guys just don't, and that's a problem late in the game, because guys would play differently if they had the possession arrow in their head. And you could say, well, why don't they just look to the side and make sure that they know it? But it doesn't come up that often, and it's easy for you to forget about. It would be much better if they just jumped it up. So we got a foul call away from the ball on that one. And this is really good ball screen defense here by Texas. Tyrese Hunter, number 4, does a good job playing defense on Harmon, number 23. We'll see Amac and Disu come up. But Disu hedges it hard. Look how far he is. And Harmon really likes getting close to this half-court line. It's nearly backcourt. But look how far Disu is hedging on this screen. So Amac sags out of it, and Harmon goes left to beat Hunter a little bit. He's got him on his hip. But look at Disu reading the play. Disu, he's got a really far hedge to start, but then he gets back and recovers on Amac, and he's in position at this point. But he sees that Hunter is getting beat by Harmon, and he sags down to help him out and makes Harmon put up a difficult shot. He definitely affects that shot. Texas Tech crashes hard. A whole lot of action going on down there, but no calling. Wow, yeah. Marcus Carr with a big and one right there. So anytime you're in transition like this, maybe you're a little bit out of control, a little bit sped up, but you're putting the transition layup like that up, go off the glass, because the glass is going to deaden the ball. He just puts it up there and is hoping that he can get something near the rim. But by using the glass, it deadens a harder shot that might not have gone if you had hit the back rim. They might have bounced straight up or hit the front rim. But by using the glass, it's a harder shot, but the glass deadens it a little bit and helps you out, gets you the roll. So Marcus Carr with a big and one opportunity here. We're sending him to the line to shoot one. He's got 23 points, but he misses that one. Tyson with the rebound for Texas Tech. And Tyson gets a little sped up here by Marcus Carr. Marcus Carr's playing good defense. He's got some ball pressure. He doesn't really bite on his screen. Tyson tries to go away from the screen, and Marcus Carr stays in front. Look at Marcus Carr's body at this point. It's just all out beating Tyson to stay in front, beating him to a spot to stay in front. And he gets there. He's definitely in front, definitely got a hand that's getting in the ball right now, making this difficult. It's nearly a travel. We finally get a kick out here, and it's out of control. And we save it underneath our own hoop, so Texas is definitely going to look for a transition look here. But Marcus Carr decides to pull out of the transition look and just wants to get a good shot. So Cunningham comes early with the screen. Carr goes for the dribble drive, and he's got guys, but he's putting up his shot, it looks like. He's got Disu crashing, and he's got number 10 right here, who he could use the bounce pass and dump it to as well. Oh, it's a lob. So he does see Disu crashing. This help comes early right here from Texas Tech, but it needs to. And again, it's just one big play being made after another. This is a big play to come stop the ball and force Marcus Carr to either pull up or pass out. But this cut and this lob is an even bigger play. And they get rewarded with a foul call on Tyson. He gets him with the body. Just comes into him with a little bit too much force there. Definitely gets him down though. I think it's the right call. You can see it on this angle. He just gets right into the cylinder of Disu, and you can't affect the guy that much when he's going up to put a shot up. Disu hits the front end, but free throws are the story of this one. 10 of 15, about to be 10 of 16, because Disu misses the second one. And had they had 6 more points, they're winning this game for sure. Texas shows the press. We got to speed them up here. Really don't want them using the whole shot clock. Want to either force a turnover or get up a poor look before then. Disu pressuring the ball a whole lot here. Ball pressure stays on the entire possession, and we get a timeout call. So the inbound is going to go to their leading scorer, who is Harmon. Devion Harmon, number 23. We got a mock down here, but it goes right into Harmon. Amok's going to come set it. And this is just about getting the spacing we want, and letting Harmon go to work. So we're getting the clear out here, and once that action clears out, we have a lot less guys on this side of the court. So Harmon knows that. Amok sets the screen towards the strong side. Harmon goes away. He gets Tyrese Hunter, number 4, on his hip. Disu's a little bit too high up. He doesn't hedge hard because Harmon doesn't go that way, but he is a little bit too elevated to help Hunter on this dribble drive action. And Harmon goes off 1 foot, he and it's a great shot. It's a great clutch shot from Harmon. If Texas Tech can have this efficient offense and have different guys to go to late, they're going to be deadly because they play such good defense. They struggle on the offensive end, which is why they're 2-10. But if they can figure it out on that end, then they're going to be a tough team to beat. We see Marcus Cargis just trying to get anything going to the rim. Disu sets a screen on him, and we get the switch. We're on a taller AMAC now. Marcus Carr is going to want to go a little bit deeper in this and maybe even put up this shot. Texas Tech isn't fouling in this situation. You have a clean look at the rim, not too far away from the hoop. He's probably thinking that a three-point would be better in this situation. So Hunter's the man for the job. Just doesn't get it to fall. Disu's there to clean it up. Again, coming right down the midline. But he doesn't get it to go either. It goes out of bounds on Texas Tech. This time they get beat by the switch, actually. They switch and then they get beat. So it's going to be Cunningham on this opposite side block. He comes right up and just goes right around. They're trying to get this switch here, except no one goes with Cunningham. This is on number 0. That's Kevin O'Banner right there. Cunningham can't get it to go, though. Easy look, doesn't go off the glass. So now with Texas Tech up 5 and under 20 seconds to go, this one ends with them hitting their free throws and getting stops. So only 2 games to look at today. We're not going to take a look at anything else. 2 close games, 2 big games in the ACC and the Big 12. Like I said, Texas Tech defense, one of the best in the country. Right up there with Tennessee. Tennessee's got really good defense too, but ACC, Big 12, SEC, those are the conferences this year that I'm really invested in. Between the Pac-12 and the Big 10, I really don't see a winner or a national champion contender coming out of there. Could be wrong, but I see a Big 12 or ACC or SEC winner this year. Most of the teams I'm picking to get deep in the tournament are going to be in those conferences. Biggest headlines this week were probably Purdue losing to Northwestern on the road. I think on the road. I would imagine on the road. And then, well, Purdue, Alabama moving up to number 1 in the college basketball rankings. So if Nick Saban in the college football world, Alabama in the college football world wasn't enough for us to deal with, now we got Alabama ranked number 1 in college basketball as well. So as always, thanks for tuning in. Definitely stay tuned for more content coming. We'll take a look at some more games this week and just keep it up. So until March is coming, baby. So thanks for watching.